Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming playing Stranded Alien Dawn. I'm back in the game at the same point I was in the last video that we made, because like I said in the other videos about this game, there's no point in me running on ages, because this whole game is about the day-to-day living, so jumping through different weeks or days to come to a new point isn't really what it's about. So I'm just going to continue making odd videos about this game, short videos, just to continue progress. But one of the things I wanted to say before I started this, and it's about Stranded Alien Dawn, is I did look into getting the DLC, this one DLC for this game. It was in PlayStation store sale. Well, there's always some PlayStation store sales, but it was in a sale. It was like half price. But from the reviews I saw of it, it didn't inspire me to want to buy it. If you've watched other videos on this channel about other games, Surviving the Aftermath, Age of Wonders, Planetfall, I often don't buy DLCs just because they're cheap or because I've played the game a bit. It kind of depends on a combination of how much I've liked the game, and then how much I think the DLCs will improve the game. I'm more inclined to buy, unless it's a game I like amazingly, like Watch Dogs Legion, I would buy one more mission on Watch Dogs Legion, even if it was like $10, £10, or I would buy one more area to unlock because I love that game. But apart from games that I'm absolutely crazy about, which isn't that many, it would depend on what they add. I would be more inclined to buy DLCs with new areas or missions, and DLCs that kind of impact, like integrate into the game, into the original game. And that's why I didn't buy them for Surviving the Aftermath or Age of Wonders, because it didn't sound like they would actually add anything, and they just make the game more annoying. And the DLC for this, which adds a kind of Android, I can't think what it's called now, but it adds an Android aspect to the game, where I think you find an android and artificial intelligence, whatever, and you have to kind of help it, and but it just sounded kind of like it would be annoying. I'm not sure what the benefit would be in this game to have that. It's nowhere near where I am now. I can't even make a transistor yet, so I'm not anywhere near that kind of level of technology. But even if I found an Android now and it was there, okay, it's nice, it's an Android, I suppose it would be interesting. But as I read in some of the reviews about the new DLC, it might be kind of annoying having to kind of keep pandering to this Android and teaching it and helping it, and I'm not sure whether that would be beneficial, bearing in mind we've already got one extra person who's doing nothing, like Maki. So yeah, if anyone's actually got that DLC, I'd be interested to know what you think of it, because I've not read all the reviews, I've just read a couple, and it's not a game where I thought it's crying out for extras in the game. If it was a new area or some extra missions maybe, but I don't like integrated parts into the game where you integrate a new bit into the game, it changes the whole game. So yeah, I haven't got it, but I'll be interested in anyone's thoughts if they're thinking of getting it or have got it. Anyway, so here we are, Stranded Alien Dawn, like I said, leaving off from the last point I played, and everyone's sleeping. Nova got injured, which is very bad, because Nova is fantastic. She's always doing everything, and so we don't want her injured. She's awaiting treatment, but of course, because Maki's very caring, she's just sleeping because she's Maki. So why should she wake up to treat somebody? I mean, she's been probably sleeping all day. Anyway, oh yeah, she got chased by bugs, and they all helped and shot the bugs, and she just stood there and ran around. So she's certainly been busy. So we'll see what happens. Nova's awaiting treatment. Maki's happy to sleep next to her, knowing that. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't know that, but you know, I'm just gonna blame Maki for it anyway. Move a bit further forward, see if anything will happen. See when people wake up. Yeah, this food's going to rot away. I just noticed that, but that always seems to come up because, like I said, there's not much you can do. I'll pause it. There's not much you can do with food that's going to rot, because other than you can pickle it or use fermentation valves, which I've actually made, which I'll come to in a little bit. there's not much you can do. There's no refrigeration technique or anything like that. What will be handy at some point, I'm sure there is in the future, is either a refrigerator, like an electric one, like we all have, or even those old kind of things they used in, you know, Victorian times, where you've got a kind of stone cellar or a stone bunker where it keeps everything cool. But at the moment we haven't got that option. So anyway, so here you go, Maki's woken up. Probably just because Nova was groaning or something in her sleep and she'd had to. I can't believe Maki would have woken up because she's kind. She woke up probably because Nova was distracting her from sleeping. So she's going to actually treat Nova, which is very nice of her. And there you go, she's treated Nova. So that's something at least. And okay, I'm going to pause. And that's why I'm laughing. If you haven't noticed, that I'll tell you, it's because Maki's gone back to sleep. She's actually going back to sleep in Nova's bed. So Nova's been lying there all night ill. Maki's just slept there. She's woken up, healed Nova, and now she's going back to sleep where Nova was sleeping. And Nova, who's just been healed and is still recovering, has got up to start sorting out the campfire. So that just proves the point of how Maki is annoying and useless and Nova is just like a real trooper. And it's really good. I mean, I'm laughing about it. And one of the reasons I'm making this point about Maki, other than just for fun, is it's part of the game that I think is really great, is that part of it is hopefully, you know, my imagination, but part of it is how it's written and done, that the characters actually follow their character patterns. So Nova is stoic and gets on with stuff, and Maki is kind of whiny and annoying and behaves like that, and you just saw it very well demonstrated in that. So I think that's a really important part of the game. It doesn't matter whether you like Maki or don't like Maki, or somebody else and don't like them. I think it's absolutely brilliant the way you identify with characters, and then you feel annoyed. I felt annoyed with Maki, like seriously, I felt actually annoyed with her a few times in this game, which I probably conveyed, because she's been doing nothing or hard to find things to do and she's been useless, and that's annoyed me, and I think that's really good. And I like Nova because she always does things, just like now she's just been sick and she's getting up, and I like that. And whatever traits or things about characters you like, the fact that I actually have them, which makes you invest in the characters, I think is a really great part of this game. Anyway, so Nova, being Nova, is going to get up and do stuff, and Maki's going to go back to sleep because that's what Maki does. Anyway, what I wanted to say is I've set them to make some fermentation barrels over here when they wake up. Well, Nova's woken up, but when the others can be bothered, because fermenting food will keep it fresh or alive for longer. It won't keep it indefinitely, but it'll be better than just fresh food. And you can pickle stuff later, which I will be doing at some point as well. So it's just another thing to save from food rotting away. It's not essential because you can see, especially where we're, it'd be more essential in the desert or something like that. But here with a load of resources around us for eating purposes, it's not essential. And yeah, it's funny. See, look, they all, I mean, obviously Maki does because Maki's like that, but they all are quite happy to sit down and have breakfast and take their time, whereas Nova, who was sick all night and has already sorted a campfire for them, by the way, has gone off and started cutting down trees, and none of them feel remotely guilty about that, and they're only sitting there around the campfire because she sorted it out in the first place. So yeah, it's just really fun. If we could have a camp full of Novas, and like I said, I think in a previous video a while back, if Nova could only do construction and research, I think she does a bit of construction, if she could just do research, I think Nova would be completely fine on her own. I would love to have 4 Novas. I mean, the other 2, Quinn and Rita, are fine, but I would happily, Nova's the one I would want. If I was abandoned in a situation like this, I would want Nova, because she would always find resources, she would always be doing something, she wouldn't be complaining or whining. And yeah, she doesn't do construction really, but we would sleep on the ground. And yeah, she doesn't do research, but I'd do the research. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there. There's a thunderstorm coming, but they can get wet because they've been sleeping and doing nothing. I like the way the light changes when there's a thunderstorm. It's got like dark and it's going to start raining. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and there comes the rain. Thanks for watching Guessagaingaming playing Stranded Alien Dawn. I'll be back with another video shortly, and another video about this game in due course. Anyway, in the meantime, take care for now.